How's it going, guys? Dave Davidson from Revocation here at Guitar World. Today we're going to talk about Theater of Horror. It's a new song off our brand new record, Great Is Our Sin. We're going to break down these riffs one by one, and each one of them has some different techniques that are utilized. So there's some trem picking riffs, there's some riffs that utilize open strings, and there's a lot of cool rhythmic stuff happening across this song. So let's check it out. So this first riff here has a bit of a weird rhythmic punctuation. It doesn't come in on the downbeat of 1, it comes in on the downbeat of 4. So you have to kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And so that punctuation is on the 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, so when I was first playing around with this, it's easy to kind of get lost. So in my head, I'm thinking about 2 and 4 from the snare. So I'm picturing the drums in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that way, it really keeps me on track as I'm playing this riff. 1, 2, 3. So that's the same thing that's happening here. And the fill that I do here is just going up basically like a Phrygian dominant scale. But the other part of the riff is coming from more of a diminished sort of sound. So it's a bit of a hybrid of a diminished scale and then a Phrygian dominant fill at the end. And the technique that I'm using is all just trem picking on this, so it's slow it down. You want to make sure that your trem picking is really, really even so that it really lines up with the rest of the band. So the riff prior was coming in on the downbeat of 4. This riff comes in on the upbeat of 4. So again, another little bit of a weird rhythmic punctuation here. So I'm going F to F in an octave. This F moves up to F sharp. So a little bit of a counterpoint happening here. This note moves up, this note moves down. And then I'm pulling off. So I have my open D, open A, and F sharp. And what that's spelling out is a D major triad in third inversion. And usually you think of triads as being higher up chords, but sometimes it's fun to play around with them in this low register, make them sound really beefy and heavy. Now I take this motif and move it up to a different key here. Now all of a sudden I'm still playing that open A string, but it's got a much more dissonant flavor to it because I'm also playing B flat, so I have this half step. So again with the counterpoint, this note moves up, this note moves down. Then I take that theme and move it down to G. So this is now a more of like a Lydian sound, I guess. G to G in the octave. Now I have this sound. which is giving you a A-flat Lydian sound, but that D I'm playing as an open again. Gives you a little bit of a dissonance there. So this whole riff is revolving around this motif. And I like to use motifs in my playing. That way, sections sound like they're more composed rather than just a section of a series of riffs put together. This really feels like a cohesive statement to me. So one of the interesting things about this riff is that I'm implying some different rhythms to give basically a polyrhythmic feel. And you're feeling the downbeat of 1, the upbeat of 2, and then the downbeat of 4 before it goes to the next bar, and more of a straight like 2 and 4 feel. Let's check it out here. So again, that's downbeat of 1, upbeat of 2, downbeat of 4. It makes it sort of hard to feel exactly where that downbeat is and creates a little bit of a controlled chaos because the grid's still going, but it's just implying different rhythms over it. Another cool thing is this riff is utilizing the 7th string. So if you're a 7th-string player, this is definitely a riff for you. Here I'm doing a tritone on that low B string. So first fret to 2nd fret. Really, really dissonant and harsh sounding. And I'm also keeping a little bit of that open string vibe from before. And that just to kind of give some contrast between some higher notes and the open strings to the low tritone sound. The final piece of this section is a little turnaround that brings you back to the first riff. It goes like this slowly. And then that goes into the 4 of the very first riff. So they both sort of fit together like a little bit of a puzzle to take you back to 1. And that concludes this first half of the song.